Okay, so in this video, we're going to be finding the derivative of a function. And the function over here is 7y squared plus sine 3x is equal to 12 minus y to the fourth. So this looks very complicated, but I'm a firm believer that when we look at this, we should be able to kind of break it down and try to understand how to solve this problem. And this is true with any sort of math problem. So when I look at this, I look at the y and the x on one side, right, on the same side. So I think about finding the derivative and what I need to use to find the derivative when this is the case. And this makes me think about implicit differentiation. So indeed, we have to use implicit differentiation to solve this question. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be finding the derivative of both sides, right? That's what we have to do when we do implicit differentiation. So this is going to be the derivative of this side, so the derivative of 7y squared plus sine 3x. And this is going to be equal to the derivative of this side, d by dx of 12 minus y to the fourth. Okay, so this is what we get. And then now we have to find the actual derivative, right? So remember that this is the derivative with respect to x. So whenever we have a y term, we have to tag on that dy dx. You'll see that right now. So what I'll do is I'll split this into two using the sum rule, right? So this is just going to be the derivative of 7y squared plus the derivative of sine 3x equals the same thing over on this side. So the derivative of 12 minus the derivative of y to the fourth power. That's what we have to do. So here we can use our normal way to find the derivative, right? So it's going to be 7 times, so y times, so 2 is going to go down, so it's going to be 7 times 2, which is 14. So I'll just change this to 14. And then the y, it's going to be 2 minus 1, it's just 1, so it's 14y. But remember, we're finding the derivative with this y term, so we have to tag on that dy dx. And I'll do that in a different color, just to know that later on we have to isolate this. And so it'll be easier then. So this is going to be that, and then plus, this is just all x terms, so this is just normal chain rule. We can find the derivative of the outside, that becomes cosine. Leave the inside alone, multiply by the derivative of the inside, which is just 3, so this is just 3 times cosine 3x. This is all equal to, the derivative of a constant is just 0, that in blue. This is just 0. And then we have this left over, so this is just going to be negative. So then 4, the 4 is going down, and then y to the third power, 4 minus 1. Remember, we're finding the derivative with a y term of a y term. We have to add that dy dx. So we'll tag that on in red, dy by dx. Okay, so this is a lot of the work done. But we still have to do some more steps. So what I want to do now, and this is not very hard, is just I want to bring the dy dx terms on one side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract cosine 3 times cosine 3x and bring it this side, and add 4y cubed dy dx to bring it this side. I'm going to add that on both sides to bring it this side. So this thing stays the same, right? This thing stays the same. We're not changing this. But then we add 4y cubed to both sides, 4y cubed dy dx. And then this is going to be equal to, this thing moves over this side, it's going to be negative, so negative 3 times cosine 3x. Okay, so now the next step is it's kind of obvious, right? It's kind of intuitive. We have to isolate the dy by dx, so the most intuitive mathematical step would be to factor that out. So let me scroll down a little bit, and let's do that here. So it's just going to be dy by dx, and then we factored it out. We got 14y plus 4y cubed is equal to negative 3 cosine 3x. Okay, so now we have just one more step that we have to do. And what I'll do now is I'll do it in a different color, just so we have a variety of colors in this video. I'll just divide by 14y plus 4y cubed on both sides. So scroll down once again. So this is just going to be divide by 14y plus 4y cubed. And then same thing over here, 14y plus 4y cubed. And our final answer turns out to be, so this is our derivative, right, with respect to x, derivative of y with respect to x is equal to, for the function we had defined in the beginning, this is going to be equal to, and let's do this in a different color, negative 3 times cosine 3x all over 14y plus 4y cubed. And that is your answer. I hope you found this video helpful.